Pete, let's take a look back at how you became the country's best-known hitman.
Remember where you saw this record first.
Pete Waterman has clocked up nearly 50 years in the music business.
Pete was like king of the pops.
And sold 500 million records.
You can't ignore Pete Waterman's place in music history.
He's a multi-award-winning producer.
Pete was a great ideas man.
DJ, songwriter.
He just wrote cracking pop songs.
And TV judge.
Simon, you must have something in your ears, mate.
I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you today if it wasn't for Pete Waterman.
Pete began to build a reputation as one of Britain's top music producers, scoring his first #1 hit.
That was Pete's first big successful record.
Then he teamed up with composers Mike Stock and Matt Aiken, forming Stock, Aiken and Waterman, and hitting the #1 spot again.
That put SAW on the map.
The Hit Factory was born.
And it was a hit factory. I mean, literally, whoever you put into that system would come out with a hit record.
Kylie,
Bananarama,
Jason,
Donna Summer,
Mel and Kim,
Rick Astley.
Stock, Aiken and Waterman had a top 40 hit every week for 4 years.
He was building an empire, and he was fearless.
Pete would come in with these great ideas. I've got Jason Donovan, you know, he's a young 20-year-old, you know, he's just had his heart broken. Too many broken hearts. OK, write that song.
There'd been a newspaper story about me saying Sunita has a toy boy. Pete saw that and thought, I've got it, toy boy.
Somehow he was able to smell out where that next hit was going to come from.
In the late 80s, Stock, Aiken and Waterman were ruling the charts. But not everybody was impressed by their particular brand of pop.
Pete, Mike and Matt were no longer cred in inverted commas because of Kylie and Rick. Everybody thought it was sold out as pop.
The Music Week would write about us, that we want real music and who do we think we are, and it's like an insult to the music industry.
So Pete wanted to make a record that had that cred factor, like a funk track.
Everyone was raving about it, top of the charts, everyone going, now this is real music. But guess what? It was Stock, Aiken, Waterman.
Once the secret was out,
one more time.
Pete's powerful mix of talent, drive and passion means he never does anything by half.
Pete is someone I would say is all or nothing.
He gets obsessed with things.
He had a love affair of cars as well.
So there was a garage for...
Didn't spend much time on Pete's trains.
When I used to get cornered for the train chats, I didn't really enjoy them. It was a lot of kind of eye-rolling and thinking, oh, gosh, you know.
Quite free.
But trains hadn't totally taken over from music. In 2012, Pete decided it was time to stage a comeback. He invited his artist to a good old sing-song at the O2.
It was like a class reunion.
it was like I was on stage with my bedroom wall.
It was great to see all the different artists there paying thanks to not just Pete, you know, to Mike and Matt, who changed all those people's lives. And I think everyone in the arena felt that.
But it wasn't all about blasts from the past. Pete also introduced what he hopes will be his next big thing, 16-year-old James Graham.
It's funny because when I look at him, I kind of think, well, 25 years ago.
No, there's nothing I wouldn't do.
Working in the studios with Pete, it is a dream come true for me. If Pete's got faith in me, and hopefully I can do him proud and repay him for all that he's done for me.
I think he's going to be a big star.
But the biggest stars of the night were always going to be those kids from Neighbours.
For Pete, that must have been quite a special moment.
I remember sitting with my dad in the box watching this, and I started to cry. I really wish my brother could have been there for that. And certain things you just do that you really realise that you miss someone, and I just really wished he could have been there for that, because to see all these people after all these years come back and just perform one concert together was amazing.
That evening when you brought all the acts together and the family, it sort of brought everything in your world, your life,
Do you know
all together at one time.
Do you know what, Piers? It's the first time ever I've enjoyed myself. Because for the first time ever, I was not responsible for one act on that stage other than James. And there was all these people. And for the first time, you've literally connected with them. And you've seen that, yes, it was as special to them as it was to you.
Let's talk about your true love.
Trains.
Yes.